Welcome to all of those who just joined. So good to see you. Can you believe by this time next month, the first weekend of Hack will be done? Oh my goodness. So I don't know. So these next few weeks are going to be critical. And just to reiterate that Simon and Mel and I are here for you. The main ways to get in touch with us is WhatsApp and an email. But if you have questions for each other, toss that into WhatsApp and let's like answer each other's questions and help each other out as well. That would be awesome. Yeah. So for all those who've joined late, if you could rename yourselves and add your city that where you're calling from, I think it's really awesome. Like, especially because we're on technology, to know that we are actually based and we have real lives in our cities, in our countries. That'd be also super encouraging to know where we're all from. Let's see. Yes, so Simon has added the agenda in the hack planning link in the chat. So if you could go over there and check in, write down that you're in call number 1, name, city, but also really importantly, which weekend you guys are going to be hacking. And then also if you're going to be doing this in person or virtually. It's really going to be helpful to us as we like help coordinate you guys to know if you're at what you've decided. Also to let you know, Simon and some other Indigenous staff have worked super hard on communications and marketing. We have sent out the press release, as you saw, on the WhatsApp. And so please forward that to all of your friends and family. Just spread it wide. That is for you to use to communicate this is happening and to join us and register. Anything else, Simon? Has there been more marketing and for this?
Yeah, I think it'd be great if you have go to the Facebook page, Indigenous Facebook page, and like the post, share it. If you have your own Indigenous groups or pages, feel free to let us know. I mean, if it's an Indigenous page you'd like us to link to it, we can do that. And yeah, just make use of. We have new material that's coming up almost every day from now onward, and feel free to let that kind of go wild. I am in the midst of getting some of the Photoshop files for some of those codes and stuff that you see, and I will make them available. You can check it on WhatsApp, and I'll put it in a Google folder, and you can change it to French, to Spanish, add some other images, play around with your own indigenous context, and share it with the rest too. So I think that's part of the fun, right? We get to see different flavors of what others are doing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Anne.
Yeah, sure. I think it's really helpful to start to go towards the Facebook page because um, after this is all over, you're gonna have this like really a great group, and it's gonna be a great way to stay connected with Indigenous as a whole. All right. Let's move over to the website, Mel, for challenges and tracking of our projects.
So hi, good evening everyone from all over the world. I'm Mel. I'm the one who will, run through with your project pages here in the website, and hopefully you find it useful. The purpose of having this feature on our website is so that we can collaborate together as one network and then communicate to our project members. That's one also the value or the purpose of having this. And also is to gather support from all over the world, whoever wants to participate in your projects. So remember, our website is reaching to different countries and users. So having your projects on our site or uploading it in your hub page as well, this will give more potential, participants. And of course, it will also communicate that the recency and being your hub is alive and updated. So let me show you how it's gonna look like. I'm gonna show you my screen. Okay. Oh wait, the Apple is asking me to, because I just updated my, I mean my computer. It's asking me for the. Wait, I'll try again here. And can I request you to share your screen and go to the project?
Sure.
I updated my OS and they're asking me to quit the Zoom first.
Awesome. So we're gonna go over here and somewhere to the
I
okay.
think the website.
Yeah, and the project. I'll just post the.
All right, and then projects.
Yes, projects. So there. Now it's a feature of our site is featuring all the projects for Hack and some of the recent projects around the world. So what you can do for your hub is, as you are the hub leader, I have already upgraded your access or your access to the website. As a hub leader, you can now edit and create your project. So what you can do here is go into the project. You just click the submit a project on the upper left. There's a blue button there.
Sorry.
That's a sample project. It's all right. So you can just go back to the projects.
Sure.
So you can just click the submit a project there. So.
Oh, hi.
And yes, you have to log in with your. So as a hub leader, of course, if you have your own ID, you can use it. And then now you can input the title of your project, what's it about, and you're also gonna be asked like what's your location of your project. So yes, you can just, and then of course the location there. We just updated some of the location, but let me know if your city is not appearing there, because we will input it manually. So yeah, you just select your location. It's available there. Hopefully, it's available there, and then your target audience and end users and some of the skills requested. So we just go there and just take a look. Some of the details are being asked, and then how it's gonna look like. And can we go back to the project page again? And leave the page. So we just click the Bible chatbot there at the first. So your project will be featured here in this page. And at the same time, so this is how it's gonna look like. There are the details, like the location. You can also view the team members who like joined the project in your city, because this is gonna be featured online or in your hub page. So your members or participants in the hack can, click, participate in this project. So you can also have them, you can also communicate here. If you also set up your own Slack, it's all right. So this is another means to do it. So yeah, that's the feature of the project and uploading it on the site. And later this week, just give us few days, we will also release the template, so you can put drag and drop the project in your hub page. So we will release that in a few days. We're just working on it with our programmer. So by the way, I'm not a programmer, so I'm just usually the idea. So yeah, in a few days, you can now edit again your hub page. Maybe on Monday, it's going to be available. You can now drag and drop your projects on your hub page using the Elementor.
Great. Yeah, so hopefully you've been able to go in and change things, because otherwise it defaults to my photo, which is not funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, I just want to remind all the hub lead of the hack here is create your account, and then we will upgrade your access to as a hub leader. So it will replace all the the photos there with your info. And please reach out to me via WhatsApp and also an email, so I can also help you one-on-one if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Are there any questions? Okay. Thanks, Mel. That's really awesome. I can't wait to add our projects to our hub pages. That's great. Thanks. Okay. Great. Over to Simon and the program and run of show.
Okay, just a quick one. I think with relates to the what was just being said. The one of the key reasons why we're asking you to submit the projects. There's two aspects of it. One is the global judging, and Anne will explain more about that shortly. But the other one is also, again, because a lot of you are doing virtual events, people need to have a way to know what's going on in your city and what are the opportunities and what are the challenges that are coming up. So related to the projects is if some of you are going to already have, kind of highlighted, this is one challenge or two challenges that we're working on, of which you may have several projects tackling that. Then you need to have a way to display that. Let me just quickly show you from Manila's page. So I think if you can see from here, if you had fixed up your, set up your page, you can put your upcoming event. So this is where the registration needs to happen. Again, let us emphasize that you need to update your page. If not, there are people coming here, they don't know what to do next. They're interested in participating in your city, but they have no next step to do. So you need a registration page. And then on this part, I think using Elementor, Mel, you can comment on this. You can also put your schedule, or you can put your challenges as well. You feature your top 2 or 3 challenges so that people have a sense of like what's going on. So if you want to get a refresh, you can listen to the planning call from the last month with James Dock. He explained quite in good details some best practices of how to choose compelling challenges. And then also he gave us some ideas of like how you can present your challenge in a way that invites people to participate, okay? And then of course, the rest of the things you can invite people to join your Facebook group, etc. Right? So that's pretty key. Okay, so I want to talk about the program. Okay, so let me type the link. If you like to follow along, you can. I think 2 meetings ago, we talked about the run of show. Okay, when we use the word run of show, don't get too concerned. It basically means the program. Okay, and let me share here with you, and you can follow along if you want on your Google Docs or on the screen. Okay, so the program schedule is suggested for you. Some of you are going to do a day hack, or a day and a half, or a hybrid. Then you just adjust it accordingly. All right. This is based on a Friday evening start and then ending on a Sunday afternoon. Okay. So, and this is, of course, you saw the dates there. It says October 9th. You just adjust it accordingly. Make a copy of this and then go and do what edits you need. Okay. Follow. Then I won't go through everything because that's too much. I'll take too much time, but I just point a few things that are important for you to remember. Okay. The starting of the event is really critical. Again, as I prayed earlier, I'm just reminded again and again, this is not just about hacking, and this is not just about building stuff or shaping ideas, right? That's all cool. This is about glorifying God, right? And so we've got to set the right tone. Some hashtags have started with worship. They even invite a pastor to come and pray alongside them. So whatever works in your context to set the right tone, do it. Okay. And I just want to draw your attention that we are producing a global welcome video this year. It will be well made. It is about 7 minutes. Okay, I promise. I'm speaking, so I'm going to keep it right on time to 7, maybe 7.5. Okay, so that's all I ask is you play this video sometime in your opening. Okay, because it helps introduce them the big picture about Indigenous as a whole, why this matters. Okay, and so that is one of the key pieces you want to have. And then your local lead, you can do your additional welcome either before or after. I leave it up to you. Okay, so that first evening, the most important thing, apart from the welcome and setting the tone, is your challenges and your team formation. Okay, because the first night or when you start, you want to make sure people know what are the opportunities to participate in and or how they can play a part and how to find each other, how to find a team. All right, so I'm going to copy in the chat again a link shortly about the team formation. Maybe Anne, you can help me. I think that team formation from that virtual guide, just paste it there. And I can show it shortly also. But let me finish up this part. So, okay, so what happens on the first evening? Setting the tone, all right, you're welcome, challenges, and team formation. Okay, so it goes without saying that for those of you who are doing virtual, this is going to be pretty challenging, right? People you don't know are calling in and they are trying to find their way around. So you've got to give them very clear steps, okay? Like step 1, do this. Step 2, do that. Step 3, put up your hands, So I know it sounds like very parental, but in a virtual setting, you've got to do that, okay? And you've got to have a concierge if you can, like, or people, like, I'm lost, what should I do? Or you give clear instructions on a Google Docs. If you're lost, come back, come here, do this, and then ask your question. So on. All right. So we have some suggestions for you here. The main room, if you're using Zoom, is where you welcome everybody. But when you go do team formations, if you are in different challenges, you can send them into different Zoom rooms with different, IDs, obviously, right? And then they can meet folks there, and you have a clear way for them to take the next step. But prior to that, you want to make sure, okay, they are connected on Slack or Discord or something that you have chosen as a way to connect with one another. We've mentioned to you before, we are not saying one master platform for everybody. Slack is one key place on Kingdom Builders, and we would like everybody to be there as much as possible. But you may have other ways of kind of coordinating in your teams, and that's fine. Or rather your locality. Okay, let me pause for a while and make sure that you have any major important questions at this point. Yeah, so address it. Anybody? Okay, so no questions, either fantastic or terrible. Nobody knows what to ask. Okay, by faith, most of you get it. And this is not the first time we're talking about this. So those of you who joined 2 meetings ago, you have probably seen this. So the rest of the evening for your opening night is, once they form their team, is to get in their teams, figure out their agreed upon communications, when they're going to meet again, especially it's virtual, right? And then scope out the work and start planning and go for it, right? So they can say, oh, I'll meet you at breakfast, or we'll have breakfast over Zoom together, or whatever. We'll pray at 8:30 and then we'll jump into work, so that's all up to you. So I'm not going to go through the rest here. It's Saturday, it's all day hacking. Basically, it's work day. Everybody's getting into the teams. Just note that you will have lost sheep, okay? There will be people who will come and like, I want to join, but what's going on? And so as the city lead, you need to know all the Zoom rooms, okay? The information is collected in one space. They have one central location to go to, okay? Again, as I said, if you can think of it like a digital concierge, right? So if I come here, I'm like, what do you need? I'm looking, I have UI UX skills. Which team needs me? I'll say, oh yeah, I know this project that's going on that probably could use that. Go check it out. The Zoom ID is here, right? So you need something like that. Oh, go check their projects that's listed on their City Hub page, and find out. So you need to have somebody just pointing them to places, and you trust them as adults to figure it out, right? Okay. If you have challenge owners, this is also a time for them to check in, right? To work with the project teams or mentors, kind of guide them along. Are they on track? What questions do they have? Okay, so again, this is not mandatory. It's good to have mentors. If you have them ready, you can have different slots that you can make them available. Then they can call or schedule a Google Meet or a Zoom call with them. Okay, and throughout the day, you are welcome to do some networking events or talks, that can be optional or that you want everybody to come together. But just bear in mind that, again, if you're virtual, they're spending a lot of time on calls already. Just watch that. That first evening, time to be determined, around 9 p.m. Eastern time, or 9 p.m. Singapore time. So it may be Eastern time morning. Well, we'll confirm that with you. But the first evening is probably where we will have our global connection call, and we're up to about 60 cities that will be hacking. Some countries had multiple cities that are participating. We just heard that India had Bengaluru, Bangalore also joining. So that's cool, right? So we are yet to plan this out. Normally it's in groups of cities. So this may be a massive call, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun, right? Okay, we'll work on this and we'll let you know, but strongly encourage you. This has been always a highlight for a lot of people, okay? And the final day, again, you can read yourself. We've talked about setting the right tone. So Sunday is, Sabbath. You probably are not doing your traditional Sabbath. You're working, you're not resting, but it's good to set the right tone. What does that look like for you and your culture? Please do it, okay? But Sunday is where you would move into preparations for submission of your projects, okay, and getting ready your pitch. In this case, if you're doing virtual, we are asking you to record your pitch, a 3-minute pitch. And Anne's going to talk about the global judging. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have some awesome judges, and we are going to connect you to potential funding and then get the word out about what you have done. So awesome work that you've done. Okay. Okay, I'll stop here. And questions.
One tiny, edit is that we're not going to be using DevPost. We did think about that seriously, but we are switching now to the Indigenous website and posting our projects on there. So you saw that. And when it comes to team formation, it's really important that the city lead and your team is available for, like Simon said, for those who are late. And it'll be really important for everybody to know how to find you, whether that's the main Zoom and you are there for a few hours, because sometimes people just are really late. Life just happens and they're just going to be really late. Or WhatsApp, and you can develop your own WhatsApp for your entire city or your country so that you guys can talk that way. We'd recommend that, or Slack for sure. That's a great way to connect with each other. And then when your teams are formed, for them to go to the Indigenous website and create their own accounts so that they could also post and create their own projects, and then add their team members to their project and track the projects that way. So that'll be super important as well. What else was there?
Yeah, one last thing I'll add, I know this is probably assumed, but don't forget to have fun, right? Yeah. Enjoy yourself. From an organizer's point of view, you can, put together some things and certain points where you know, whether it's team building or some games or some optional, you know, networking time, just have fun. You know, people want to have fun and talk about the experience. So use social media, have them, you know, do Instagram, whatever cool stuff, and maybe award somebody the best picture, you know, especially since you're all virtual now, you know, you can't have that kind of fellowship, you know, in close. But there are fun ways to do that as well, right? So have fun, share about it, and we'll kind of participate as well. Yeah. Any tools for fun?
Like, is that a suggestion? Oh,
Oh, tools. Okay. I'm like, why? No tone.
Scrolling for fun. Okay.
I'm gonna tap on Reggie from Singapore. He's the fun man in Hack Singapore. Can you give us some one or two ideas for fun for all our city leads around the world?
Wow, that came quite sudden. As in fun over Zoom, right? Oh, okay. You guys have like a piece of paper now with you. Are you able to grab a quick piece of paper?
Okay.
Whatever it is, just pick a piece of paper. Okay, so what I want you to do is to put the piece of paper and cover your camera.
Oh.
Let me see.
Okay, so let's do a quick game. If you are a Android lover, can you release your paper? Okay. Okay, Ken. Okay, let's put it back again. Okay, so if you think that the commandment in the Bible is saying that you shall love your enemy, so therefore the Android lover should love the enemy of Apple. You put down your paper. Okay, great. We all agree that we should love our enemy. So Android should learn to love the Apple. Apple should learn to love Android. Okay, yeah. So that's one thing you can do, which is to just play this game like this. Yeah. So there are really a lot of interactive games that people have came out with ever since because of circuit breaker. Yeah. So another thing that I do to make meetings a bit more fun is occasionally disturb people. So for example, I would change things like this.
Whoa, that is freaky.
Can you spot somebody here
That looks just like that.
that look just like
How
that?
did you do that? That's amazing.
No, it's so I could take a screenshot, and then after that I will
You paste it, yeah.
paste it like this. Just hold on, just very fast,
That's cool.
like that.
That's really creepy.
Yeah, so it brings a bit more fun to the Zoom meeting. Yeah.
Love it. Well,
Absolutely.
Reggie is a Youth for Christ worker, so he's got all kinds of crazy ideas. Can you offer us maybe in the planning document, if you're there, if you have a short list or a Google Docs with some fun ideas, can you paste it there?
Sure.
Yeah, then people can go explore, and yeah, others of you who have other ideas that this is a learning community. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna join the Singapore team. That's awesome. I put into the chat Slido because I think it's really fun. You can do online polls that way, and you can make them really fun too. Like, I don't even know. Haven't had coffee yet this morning. And then you can also do word clouds. So you
Yeah.
can ask everybody, how many coffees have you had today? And, or how are you feeling right now? And like,
Mhm.
how many hours of sleep did you get last night? You know, and then it's just really fun. And people are like, no sleep, 0, or it's really cute. So I think Slido is a really fun interactive tool. And then somebody, I think it was the Austin team. Ooh, do you want to tell us about that, Sam?
It's a similar one. Like you can word clouds and polls and
Ah,
things like that.
awesome. And then there was that really fun meetup, kind of like a Zoom call, but it was like you could choose different things, like a castle. And then what was that called, Simon? Anybody?
Gather Town. I think this is what Austin or the folks at Texas are using. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's way more interesting than just a regular boring Zoom. Anyway, okay, awesome. I also gave you the team formation guide. And also to remember, these calls are being recorded. So if you need to review this with your team, or if you need to review this for yourselves, you can always come back. Because we're throwing a lot of information at you for sure. All right, so there was also some questions in the chat for Mel. So Mel, if you could like answer them, there was a couple questions. Oh yeah, so Simon, are they able to get that welcome video ahead of time so that they can do the subtitles?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we are planning for the video to be done. Let me check. I think it was the end of September. End of September. So hopefully you have a little bit of time. I can give you the my transcript first, and
Yes.
then you can do the edit. I mean the translation. Then you can paste it on the, and I will give you the video files as needed. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah. For translation.
Great. One of the questions is whether or not they register their participants for them, or if they register themselves. They should register themselves because
What's the
they'll
question?
know all. In the chat, there was a question about registering their hack participants for them, but you probably won't know all of their skills, so it's better for them to register themselves so they can choose what skills that they have. And then there's a question from, oh, is there a way to change the contact person on the hub page, or if they can do it themselves? Do you know that, Mel?
I think thanks Abel for asking that question. Right now, the feature is whoever is the author of the hub page, it will be featured on that banner. So if you will change the author of the hub page, you can see it will change. So therefore, to change the contact, you must secure first that whoever that contact is registered or have an account in the Indigenous website. So just change the profile, and then later on we will update that as well. That it will automatically post whoever the hub leader is. But right now, whoever the author is the one that's being featured at the top. So again, change the author of the hub. And let me know. I will show you personally how you can, if you can do it.
Okay. So the answer is yes. And if you have problems, ask Mel. Okay. Now we're going to go and talk about the global judging process. And here is the link to the document. And I will also share my screen so that we can see that. All right, so here is our global judging process. Yay! And it was just updated a couple of days ago. All right. This is a picture from our Toronto hack. That was so fun. You know, we have a little attitude over where we're at. All right, so then here's our little introduction. It's not a competition. We don't want to create competition. We really want people to still work really collaboratively. Oh, and I also wanted to say, like, I really hope you're gathering up a team of people to still pray for you. They don't even have to be part of Hack, but they would just really cover you guys in prayer. Because, you know, what we're doing is we're bringing the kingdom of God on earth as it is in heaven. And that is a spiritual work. And so because of that, so important to remember that what we do impacts the kingdom for good. And then we also need to be covered for protection, for innovation, for creativity. Our God is a creative God, and he gave us the same joy to create. And so hopefully this will be as well fun and also a spiritual experience for them. But what we want to do instead of creating competition is to help us really achieve. And I think that it's important to really give people that challenge that it is possible to do great work for God. So we want to help encourage people to do that. So if you go here, the city lead team will select their top project to go into the regional. And then you're gonna do on your regular run of show, have the 3-minute pitches from each team and with their video. So that's gonna be fine. That's gonna be normal. And then hopefully on a city level, you'll be able to so here, city or country selection, hopefully you'll still be able to do your regular process that way. And then there's also a folder, a voting template that I have created here. And it's in the global judging folder, but I can also give you the links in this agenda. So this is a template, and then you can create your own and then add your own city, country, and then add the projects. So I've only put 3 projects here. You might have 10 projects, and then they can vote. And there's 4 different categories. There's kingdom impact. So which project has the greatest kingdom impact that they can vote for, and then can select which project they think that really was the most impactful for God's kingdom. The second category is innovation. So which project was the most original and unique? And so they can select the project there. They can vote for the project there. The third category is viability, whether or not this is actually possible. Is it implementable? Can they implement it? And is it scalable? And how hard would it be to scale? And so they can also select which project is the most viable or possible. The fourth is completeness. Which project was the most complete? And was it fully developed or not? Is there a working prototype? And then they can select and vote for their project there. And then the last one is people's choice. Which was the most favorite? So that's awesome. And that's it. It's just basically 5 questions. And that's what you could do on a city level. So once you get this form, you can just make a copy and then edit it for yourselves and for your own cities. All right, so once that is done, here are the different categories again. Then it goes over the top project. So the top project that receives the highest marks in all 4 categories, so the highest project overall, will then go to a regional selection. And so we ask you to have that one project create a summary page, and then you can send us the link for their video. But in the summary page over here, we actually ask for the video link already. So here is the project summary page, and only your top project needs to do it. So only one team, the one that gets to go to the regional selection process, can fill out this form. So basically the project name, well, actually add the city or the country that you guys are coming from, your project name, the link to the video. You can also obviously post the project link in the Indigenous website. The video link can also be YouTube. The project link, I'm sorry, is going to be on Indigenous already. And then list the team members that are part of this project. A tiny short description of the challenge, and then a short description of the actual project they're working on, how this blesses the church or the world. Why is this important? And then what was the major accomplishment? And then what can the project actually do? And then if possible, how can this project be developed more in the future? So I think future steps and also project impact are less important, but the other questions are pretty important. So once you've done that, then yeah, please submit to them to the regional judging folders. And if you go here, you can actually find the folder and you can put the project summary page into that folder. Okay, so these dates are really important. After the first weekend, to submit on the Sunday of your hack as soon as it's finished. So, and then the week 2 on the Sunday again, October 18th, if you could submit your top projects to this folder, that'd be great. Because then the planning team will select, that would be Simon, Mel, and I will review all of the projects and then submit them to the global judges 2 days later. So we have to review about 55 to 60 different projects in 3 days or 2 days. So it's really important that we get those. So the regional selection period, it only gives like the 3 of us 2 days to review 60 projects times 3 minutes. So that's really a lot. Okay. And then we submit our choices from each region to the global judges on the 21st. And then it would be great to invite all of us, the same city leads, as well as the projects that win per region to a team call, kind of like what we're doing right now. But we'd get to meet our judges, and our judges can then interact with each of the projects and ask questions, and then let everybody know which teams won for each category, and then also the top overall team. So just to let you know the regions, I added, well, English and Portuguese speaking Africa, there are 10 cities there. In French Africa, there's 11 cities. And then I added Asia and Oceania. And then Latin America and Caribbean is their own. India and Europe, I've added you guys together to be a region. And then USA and Canada, there's 10 cities. And so those are the regions. So there's 6 regions. Okay, so that is that. Don't know how to get out of here. Okay. Okay, there it is. Drop share. All right, any questions on that? Basically, I just want to let you know, when it comes to what you do, you guys do what you normally do with Hack, and you just have a process of assessing at the end of your weekend. And then whoever is the top project, and then you have a voting process, and then whoever is the top project, they create that project summary page, and then you guys submit it to the regional folder, and then that's it. And then Simon, Mel, and I will continue from there. And then we do want to invite you to a whole city call again with the judges and with the top team per region on the 23rd of October. We know that's an extra thing to ask, as well as timing, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? So I will be sending these links to you on an email, But hopefully, yeah, with the whole judging process, and then the links are embedded into the process. So hopefully all of the documents are in one place. Funding. That's a good question.
I can take that, Anne.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think what we are trying to connect to some opportunities for innovation funding, and what we're saying is that the winning top projects will get exposure to people who are already thinking about investing in Kingdom projects, right? And we have friends in some connections that they specifically want to look out for opportunities that like that. Obviously, we know the teams that won or were the top projects were not thinking, oh, I'm going to do this full time or I'm going to do this forever. So don't worry about that. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. Right. So it may be that the idea is good, but it's not the original team that's following through. Right. It will be the idea that gets developed further. Right. So this is where it's Kingdom, right? It doesn't matter whether it started in Singapore or in Thailand or in Indonesia or some other parts of the world, but someone else say, hey, this works, and somebody wants to invest in it and make it even better. Yeah. So, but of course, you know, the team that came out with the idea may say, hey, we really want to keep developing. We have some ideas how to keep growing this. We need some innovation funding or incubation, you know, then that's welcome too. The details, I don't know, to be frank. We want to make sure that this gets the most amount of wind behind it, you know, especially if it's something that will have Kingdom impact. Great question, Ziqian.
Yeah, I just think that we really want this to be an encouraging thing. And then for everybody, for all of the city hubs to see the projects that have been built over the weekend and really be inspired by each other. And just honestly, I really think it'll be really encouraging. So for our global call on the, what was it, the 23rd of October? So basically the Friday after. The last weekend, let's confirm. Yeah, the 23rd of October, we would really love to welcome everybody. So all the participants, not everybody's gonna make it, but there are 2 calls. And so hopefully everybody can come and show the video. We can watch the videos, the presentations together, and then hear that interaction from the judges. I think it'll be really, really encouraging. When it comes to certificates, Mel is developing and has designed some really awesome certificates. So then you can award, you know, top innovation, most complete, People's Choice Awards. So you can have those and give those off to your participants. So that's great. And then there's a participation one, because honestly, everybody deserves it because they worked there super hard over the whole weekend. So yeah, that is coming. And then the last is, yeah, just that encouragement on the social media side to tag Indigitus and hashtag hack for missions, hashtag digital missions, so that we can also all really see that there's real people and there's so many awesome sisters and brothers from around the world who are joining this. And again, to be really encouraged. So if you do social media, Instagram or Twitter or Facebook even, tag us, that'd be really great. Any questions? Okay. Our next call is September 23rd. That's the office hours. So again, we're gonna review global judging. And so you'll have a couple of weeks to process what we just said. And then probably your questions are to come after you've reviewed the document a little bit further. So then, yes, we'll talk about global judging and then surveys, and then also sharing photos, but also how do you build an Indigenous community? So after all the hubbub is finished and the weekend is over, you've created amazing bonds with these people in your hack. So then how do you continue that? How do you build a community of people who love Jesus and are in the tech space? I think it'll be really it's a really unique group. And so how do you really continue building on that community? Centralized location for all primary social media. I don't know. Anybody can answer that question?
Do you mean the assets or the sites? So we have compiled all the marketing and social media resources. Just go to the Hack page and there's like Hack resources component there. When you click it, we compiled like everything you need from printouts to tarpaulins, social media posts.
Okay, great.
I think it's on the bottom of the Hack page almost at the bottom. There's a Hack resources. There's also video from the old hack and some stories from the past hack using the yearly report that we produce. It's on PDF, so you can share that as well.
Mm-hmm. Great reminder. There's those hack resources. Those are going to be really important to you now for sure, because the hack logo is there, the Indigenous logo is there. There's like designs for t-shirts and stickers. And so if you are producing anything, it's already there for you if you wanted to use those templates, or you can grab the logos and design your own.
It also have a PSD file, so you can edit the translate. I think the one thing missing, there's a theme song of that. There's no theme song for that, so you can compose your own theme song.
Thanks. So they're basically being really, really generous and offering that for you guys right on our website. So go for it.
So to answer the question real quick, I think if you have other ideas, like you did a poster or your flyer or your Instagram or Facebook, I think folks in Indonesia is asking, you can post it on the Google Photos. I think it's an open channel, and just add it in, one or two things. Maybe you printed t-shirts, you want to pose and then post it there. Some cool pictures, or some of the things that you do.
Great. And then our next monthly call is October 2nd, which is the weekend before our first weekend hack. So that's so important for us to come together. And we also just want to review last minute things, but also just pray for us and bless us as we go, because it's going to be so good. So October 2nd, next call. And let's.
Have you mentioned the office hours yet, Anne?
Yes, so I did mention.
Oh, okay, good. Sorry.
I can certainly do it again, no problem. So September 25th.
Yeah.
Simon and I are going to be looking at each other for 2 hours unless people join us.
We've never done that because everybody is just flooding in. I'm like, the office hours is good crowded. So
I know, it's been super fun. Honestly,
it's been fun.
If you haven't joined us for office hours, it's been, well, more relaxed than our global calls. More interaction, and then tons of questions, and we're just here for you, and we want to be available. All right, okay. Bye, Phoenix. You guys are doing awesome. Lillian, since you're here, could you please pray for us and bless us? Oh, that'd be amazing. Thanks.
Yeah, let me pray. Father, I thank you for everyone on this call, and everyone who's organizing and working on putting on hashtag in their own cities, in their own countries. Father, we continue to ask that you keep our eyes on you, Lord, as we work towards this, as we prepare. Help us remember that this is all for your glory, for your kingdom. And we ask for your protection upon everyone involved. And Lord, you continue to give us your vision and the excitement to see what you are going to do through each of these events that are going to happen in October. We commit all of us into your hands and all of the participants as well. And just pray that, Lord, many more will catch that vision to be able to use their skills, their talents for you, doing your kingdom work, Lord, especially in digital missions. So thank you, Lord, for tonight. Thank you for this call and for everyone who's here. May you continue to walk with us every day, every minute of the day, Lord, as we trust you and serve you in this way. Thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Can I request 30 seconds? You indulge me in a group photo. Just wave. Turn on your camera. I'll take a quick screenshot. Turn on your camera. Do a pose. Ready? Everybody, come on. Picture. 1, 2, and smile. Okay, there you go. Awesome. You guys
Hey,
are awesome.
I forgot to say, Lillian is a part of the Singapore team, and she's married to Simon.
Oh.
So guess what? She's amazing. I mean, she already is amazing, but you should also pray for her. I'm just kidding. We love you, Lillian. Thank you for joining our call. It's awesome to see everybody. Please stay in touch. That'd be great. Okay, blessings.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Kevin. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.